This video will demonstrate how to install and process through the CoreMax access valve. For detailed instructions, follow the CoreMax installation guide. The CoreMax system consists of the CoreMax access valve, seats, connectors, and accessories. The MBE is used at leak and proof test stations. It latches to the CoreMax seat. The OEM snapmate is used at any process station to connect and open the CoreMax valve, including evacuation. The core loading station ensures proper insertion of the CoreMax valve core into the core insertion tool. The core insertion tool is used at evacuation stations to maximize flow capacity versus the alternative OEM snapmate. The CoreMax oiler is used to provide proper lubrication to the valve core before installing into the CoreMax seat. There are multiple options to install the CoreMax valve core. The pneumatic torque gun installs the CoreMax valve into the seat with proper torque. The manual torque wrench is an alternative to install the CoreMax valve core into the seat with proper torque. The CoreMax high flow valve, keep in protective case when storing. There are multiple CoreMax seat options available. CoreMax saddle mount seat is brazed directly to the manifold. The CoreMax stub tube seat is brazed to the stub tube. Processing with the CoreMax MBE. Used for burst or leak test. CoreMax MBE is a sleeve actuated connector that grips onto the seat component. This product is non-valved and can be used with or without the CoreMax core installed. Pull the sleeve back and slide the connector over the CoreMax until the connector stops. Release the sleeve. It will snap forward, pushing the latching balls into the corresponding groove on the CoreMax seat. Make sure the balls are locked into the groove before processing. With the tool latched to the seat, you may now process through the port of the tool. Once processing has been completed, pull back the sleeve and remove the connector. This connector is not internally valved. All pressure must be dissipated before disconnection. CoreMax installation using the CoreMax core insertion tool, used for vacuum purposes only. The core loading station with the 3/16 UNC thread works in conjunction with the core insertion tool. The station ensures proper loading of the CoreMax valve core into the core insertion tool. Remove a new CoreMax valve from the protective casing. Using the CoreMax oiler, place the CoreMax valve and oil the seal. Insert the core with the bottom of the core inserted into the core loading station. The core will be lightly retained in the tool. Push the shaft of the core insertion tool in all the way. The shaft should be flush with the front of the tool. You'll need to pull back on the sleeve to allow the shaft full movement. Place the insertion tool at the top of the core loading station. Push until the insertion tool contacts with the bottom of the loading tool. You will feel the insertion tool engage at the bottom of the loading tool. Remove the core insertion tool from the core loading station. The CoreMax valve core is now properly loaded into the tool. With the sleeve pulled back, slide the core insertion tool over the seat until the connector stops against the hex. Release the sleeve. It will snap forward, pushing the latching balls into the corresponding groove on the CoreMax seat. Make sure the balls are locked into the grooves before vacuum processing. With the tool latched to the seat, you may now process through the port of the core insertion tool. Once processing is complete, initial tightening of the CoreMax valve core can be conducted using a wrench or ratchet on the shaft of the insertion tool. After initial tightening of the CoreMax valve core, pull back the sleeve and remove the core insertion tool. Finalize the torque process by using the CoreMax manual torque wrench or CoreMax electric torque gun. When using the manual torque wrench, apply a backing wrench to the seat to protect the braze joint during the torquing process. CoreMax installation and processing with the CoreMax snapmate OEM, used during vacuum and/or charge process. Remove a new CoreMax valve from the protective casing. Using the CoreMax oiler, place the CoreMax valve and oil the seal. Finger tighten the CoreMax valve core into the CoreMax seat. Using the CoreMax electric torque gun or CoreMax manual torque wrench, tighten the CoreMax valve to 8 foot-pounds. The CoreMax electric torque gun and CoreMax manual torque wrench are calibrated to 8 foot-pounds. When using the CoreMax electric torque wrench, a backing wrench is not required. Open the connector by pulling the knurled sleeve back towards the termination or threaded end of the connector. Fit the connector over the CoreMax and slide the sleeve forward towards the CoreMax until it stops. Perform the evacuation or filling operations. Slide the sleeve back away from the CoreMax to disengage and remove. Proper installation of the CoreMax is complete. The CoreMax system is the complete solution for efficient processing and leak testing. For questions or concerns, please reach out to fastsales@fasttestinc.com or visit our website at fasttestinc.com/CoreMax.